From JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Teisha Bader.
I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Monday, August the 20th, 2018. U.S. National Security Advisor John Bolton is in Israel. Bolton arrived in the country yesterday for a three-day trip that is said to focus on the Iran deal, threats from Syria, and other regional and national security issues. Bolton met with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu yesterday, together with U.S. Ambassador to Israel David Friedman and Israel's ambassador to the U.S. Ron Dermer at the Prime Minister's residence in Jerusalem. And Bolton and Netanyahu met again in Jerusalem today. Netanyahu called Bolton a tremendous friend of Israel and the American-Israel alliance, telling him, "I look forward to discussing with you a whole array of topics, but the most important one is how to continue to roll back Iran's aggression in the region and to make sure that they never have nuclear weapons," thanking the U.S. administration again for walking away from the Iran deal. Bolton said today that preventing Iran from obtaining nuclear weapons was of the highest importance to the United States. Bolton also met with Israeli Defense Minister Avigdor Lieberman, where the defense chief shared updates on the Gaza situation, including the underground terror tunnels in the Gaza Strip that have been destroyed by Israel. They also discussed security concerns regarding Iran, Syria, and Lebanon. And an IDF patrol came under fire along the border with Gaza this morning. The incident took place in the northern Gaza Strip, where Ynet reports, citing IDF sources, that a Palestinian opened fire at IDF soldiers from close range, about 30 to 60 feet from the border fence. IDF soldiers fired back and hit the gunman, apparently killing him. The IDF was checking whether he was a member of the Hamas terror group. No Israeli troops were injured. A veteran Israeli activist and journalist who was Israel's symbol of the far left has died. Uri Avneri served in the Knesset from 1965 to 1974 and again from 79 to 81. He founded the Gush Shalom movement, a radical group of Israeli peace activists, and met a number of times with PLO leader Yasser Arafat. He is also the first prominent Israeli to have called for the establishment of a Palestinian state. He died today at the age of 94, a few weeks after suffering a stroke. J Street has withdrawn its endorsement of Rashida Tlaib after she said she did not support a two-state solution for the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. Tlaib, who is the daughter of Palestinian immigrants, is a Democratic candidate for Congress in Michigan. Last week, we reported to you that the Jewish Democratic Council of America criticized Tlaib after she suggested she could cut military funding to Israel. She also said that a two-state solution does not work and that one state was the answer. J Street, who had endorsed Tlaib, said Friday, "While we have long championed the value of a wide range of voices in the discussion of the conflict and related issues, we cannot endorse candidates who come to the conclusion that they can no longer publicly express unequivocal support for a two-state solution and other core principles to which our organization is dedicated." Well, American soft drink giant PepsiCo has bought Israeli home soda maker manufacturer SodaStream for $3.2 billion. SodaStream machines enable consumers to make their own soda, turning water into seltzer and adding flavors as well. Incoming CEO of PepsiCo, Ramon Laguarta, held a press conference today in Tel Aviv, together with SodaStream CEO Daniel Birnbaum. LaGuardia said the Israeli company's headquarters will stay in Israel and continue to operate as an independent unit, keeping its brand. Birnbaum said, "We are talking here about an entrance, an investment of a giant international firm, the biggest food and drinks company in America and the second biggest in the world, that is planting a flag here and is showing trust in the economy of Israel." Prime Minister Netanyahu lauded the deal with SodaStream, which has been the target of the BDS boycott, divestment, and sanctions campaign. Netanyahu wrote on social media that the deal shows Israel's technological and business acumen and will enrich the state treasury. American singer Lana Del Rey said she will perform in Israel despite pressure on her from the BDS movement not to. Del Rey is scheduled to take part in a music festival in Israel next month, and received a slew of messages from fans asking her to cancel, which she responded to yesterday on social media, writing, "I would like to remind you that performing in Tel Aviv is not a political statement or a commitment to the politics there." She then received a direct request from the Palestinian Campaign for the Academic and Cultural Boycott of Israel, who compared Israel to apartheid South Africa. As of now, Del Rey is still set to perform in Tel Aviv on September the 7th. Taking a look now at our programming for tonight on JBS from Monday, August the 20th at 7 o'clock, it's The Wisdom of Dr. Ruth. At 7:15, clinical psychologist Leonard Felder talks about coping with difficult relatives. At 8, the tension between innovation and tradition in Jewish life is explored at Limud New York 2018. At 9, Mark Golub talks about fighting BDS with Susan Tuckman, the director of the ZOA Center for Law and Justice. At 10, remarks from former UK Chief Rabbi Jonathan Sachs at the 92nd Street Y. And coming up right after this newscast tonight, the Israeli debate program Frenemies. And that's the JBS News Update for Monday, August the 20th, 2018. I'm Teisha Bader.